YouTube, Reddit, and one Instagrammer.
Did you just say go?
Are we on? Are we swag surfing?
I think we're swag surfing.
Hell yeah, dude.
YouTube is correct about him. All right.
They want him out. I just keep laughing about, like, because I get, very rarely, but I'll get, like, a message. It'll make it all the way to my Instagram. A lot of the bullshit, like, doesn't get filtered to my Instagram. That's, like, my little happy place online for the most part. Every now and again, people are like, you're a fucking bitch. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But someone came through and was like, seriously, he fucking sucks. And I'm just, like, imagining someone at their job and be like, what happened to that oil change? And there's, like, thinking about that guy ruining this fucking...
Sorry, there's a guy named Lemaire ruining everything.
Get home to a bag of, like, Cheetos, and you're like, why are these things all pulverized? Like, the guy was just fucking in the back, like, fuck!
Yeah, fuck! So spicy chilies, just a purple...
Oh,
the purple bag of Doritos.
What the fuck are those things called? Oh, yeah.
Spicy, they're the best.
There's
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to snacks in general.
Shout out to snacks.
And the essential workers stocking snacks.
The essential workers?
People don't ever talk about the guy stocking snacks. It's all medical. It's like, dude, what about the guy who goes to the grocery store at 3 a.m. and is just like fucking...
Putting up our chips.
Exactly, chips.
We need our crisps.
That cheese that somehow is good.
Yeah, just cheese.
Just non-refrigerated cheese that stays good for 4 years. We need that.
Mm-hmm.
That'll get us through.
What's going on, dude? How are you?
Chilling, dude. Welcome to this undisclosed location in Maryland. We had to leave the state of Pennsylvania because we couldn't legally operate.
Yes, we're not in Pennsylvania
unless
anymore.
we be some, because it's like very feudal. It's like it has to be a member of your like household or I think clan.
I think you were on the last lease I signed. Technically,
it's true. So
we are housemates.
We can legally talk.
Yes.
And I think if you guys get baptized in the Christian faith, you're allowed in my house for like 72 hours without a mask.
Yeah, what's the rule on that?
So I think it's like, so if you're like within your household,
yeah,
you cannot have you're allowed, the government's allowing you not to have a mask on your face while you're in your household with your family. But if like somebody like like some sort of Gentile or something, like some kind of just like, wandering person who wasn't part of your kin is to come in, everyone has to mask up in the stranger's presence.
I actually like that.
It's pretty tight, dude.
It's respectful.
It is respectful, dude.
It's more of an honor thing, not the virus.
True.
It's more just cover your face around strangers.
It's getting to the point where it's like, yeah, dude. I mean, it's starting to hit the point. I had a really, I was actually trying to like, I was dealing with like trying to like distance myself from my judgments this weekend because I was at home and like. I forget what I was watching. I was just like, dude, people just want to fucking wear hijabs at this point. It was like, so I hear this thought comes through my head.
No, I got hit with, I got hit with a phone call of you complaining about coronavirus.
Well, it's
and
like,
I was just like, it sucked because I was playing a video game and you were trying to bitch about coronavirus. And I was just like, I don't know, man. A couple weeks lockdown couldn't be so bad. And you're like, fuck this. The government's trying to control us. I was like, I'll take it for now. Yeah, I got hit with the nego.
Well, it was good because I was like, Brittany's all excited. She's going to the gym. She's doing all this stuff. And then like they were like, oh, yeah, we're closing all the gyms down again. And so she's like, what am I going to do? And it's like, just go like 5 minutes to another county. But, she's like, fuck that. So I'm like,
so the government's messing with your bay. They're playing games with your bay.
Messing my bay up. And it's like, just let people go to the gym. If you want to go to the gym, go to the fucking gym.
Government's treading on everybody's bays. And then you're trapped in the house with them.
Dude,
so the government's like, no, you can't go. I gotta
watch Kenny's fucking ass be like, well, people are doing it. It's like, dude, fucking jerk off.
Everybody hates mayors.
Oh, well, they are the ones being
mayors of every city. De Blasio, everybody hates. Fucking Rogan crushes the LA dude. He crushes him every episode.
Well, that guy got in trouble. Was it the mayor or was it the governor of California who got caught at the French Laundry?
I thought it was the mayor of LA.
Who was the
guy?
The
mayor.
Who was the guy that just got caught at French Laundry? He went to that like super expensive.
I don't even know what's a French
Laundry is this restaurant. I think it's in Napa, and it's like one of those things where like it's like $500 a plate, something crazy. So like the guy went on TV. Apparently, it's at some point before, and was like, people need to get smart. People need to do what they got to do. It sucks you can't go see your loved ones. And like someone called him at like a 12-person restaurant thing at like a $500 a plate restaurant.
Yeah.
And he's like, I regret that very much. I'm very sorry.
Oh.
But everything does get sensationalized. But I was watching, whatchamacallit? I was watching Mayor Kenney hit the news. And dude, it's one thing to be like, hey man, like what the fuck? If he was just like, dude, what the fuck do you want me to do, man? I don't know what the fuck's going on. But he just came out and was just like, some guy was like, what do you say to all the people who are like losing their jobs and like their businesses are getting shut down? He's like, I would say that like people are dying. Like literally, like maybe it's a big deal. People die, and it was just like, dude, can you stop talking like a 19-year-old chick? You're
it sucks.
Mayor.
Yeah, it sucks when politicians start acting like they're supporters.
Yes,
like back when like W would be like, Jesus Christ, like he would just turn into that guy. So now the Democrats are like, actually, during interviews, it's pretty funny.
I mean, dude, it was like he was hitting. That was his response to basically like all he had to do was be like, I feel really badly about. He was like, well, yeah, but people are dying, so like, whatever. And then, again, in so many words, and then someone asked him about like churches, and he was like, I mean, yeah, churches are open, I guess, but I mean, God can hear you from your house, so he's getting fucking snippy, dude.
He went Lutheran on him.
Yeah, he was getting snippy, man.
Little Martin Luther on him.
Yeah.
Just like, wait, was that no? Luther had churches.
He's had a lot of attitude, and I'm like, dude, could you spare the attitude?
Yeah,
or at least
drop the toot.
Warn me with a T-shirt, so I know that you can't even right now. He couldn't even at all during the press conference.
He didn't have his coffee.
At least, dude, don't even.
He did not have his coffee.
He couldn't even.
He shouldn't have been on the air.
I mean, I need to see like a grumpy cat warning.
Yeah.
I need to see.
Sorry, sarcasm's my first language. Yeah,
warning.
True.
Sarcasm. Yeah, dude, for real. It was.
Politicians should wear meme shirts from the early 2000s.
They have to if they're going to talk like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I had this theory last night.
I paused my game for this. Terry, like, ladies and gentlemen, we killed Osama bin Laden. Just to pause my game. Come on.
No, dude, he paused his game hard. He didn't have his coffee.
He paused his game, did not have his coffee. He spoke
just had
fluent sarcasm.
Attitude, man. It was like, dude, I don't know. It was watching it was just like, this is fucking so stupid. But but I started thinking about it because there's definitely Trump like had his mode of operating that like politicians are like, oh, I can just be a fucking dick.
Yeah,
people were like,
it polls well.
Yeah, it works well. People like it's like authentic if you're a dick or if you act kind of like bullish, I guess.
Yeah, but not like sassy.
He was sassy. He was sassy, dude.
Oh, sorry. You can't go to Thanksgiving this year? People are dying?
Dude, literally, he was like, oh, yeah, people's business? Well, I would say to that is, I feel worse about people dying. Next question. It's like, dude, what the fuck? But yeah, man, it goes back to the idea of like, so, we have the news. The news is a for-profit company. So it's like, it's supposed to be giving us, people act like the news, I've talked about this 100 times, is supposed to be like your kind of like, like, all right, let's see what's going on. Let's like tune into reality. But it's like your information's being kind of distorted by like what's profitable and not profitable, not like what's true. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I read this thing about, I think Pulitzer was the guy. News used to just be like C-SPAN.
Pulitzer?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to be a real cunt, you say Pulitzer.
You say Pulitzer.
Not Pulitzer. I have a Pulitzer.
Yeah. Pulitzer, whatever his name is.
Pulitzer, dude.
News was just like, how boring the Wall Street Journal is? It was like, it's just like very cut and dry. Like, here's what happened. It's like,
I don't think I've seen it. I've tried. I don't think I've seen words within it. I've seen the Wall Street Journal at the top. I've never seen one word in the Wall Street Journal. Isn't it like the print, like, don't they use like 5 fonts?
Pretty small. And
I feel like it had,
it's
like,
boring, dude.
Yeah.
I remember when I worked in an office, my neighbor was subscribed to the Wall Street Journal, and I would steal it and bring it into my office. I'd read one page, like, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's so boring. But that's how all the news was.
Would you, like, read it to be like, all right, today's the day
yes.
I
wanted to go
I want to be a Wall Street Journal guy.
Exactly.
And then first paragraph, you're like, what the fuck is that word? Like you got to read the paragraph 3 different times.
It's just like a front page story about, like, some small country in the Middle East's, like, stock market. Someone shorts their and you're just like 4 lines down. You're like, Jesus Christ. That's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Dude. I mean, that happens to me every time I try to read. Like,
you start reading that paragraph and you're like, all right, there's a country I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I got to place it mentally. I got to figure like just in
that's
your
not
head.
Even a question.
You're doing the math of like what's in that.
Yeah, that's as far as I'm concerned. That's like you step into a wardrobe and come out into a magical. I'm like, I don't know what that is. And some guys coming out like, I swear to God, what the fuck is my drip? Probably wants to read it. And I'm just like, this will look cool if I bring this in the office.
Yeah, I'll look cool if
just hold it out. And I'm like, damn, I got to read the journal fast.
Checking the stocks.
But that's how the news was. It was just like, really cut and it was just like what was going on within institutions and Pulitzer.
Where were you when you read the Wall Street?
I worked in an office. I worked at this real estate place where you would like.
You were at a real estate office?
I would call people who owned apartment complexes in Kansas City and be like, Hey, I saw your complex there. Are you guys interested in selling? And they're like, what color's the exterior? I'm like,
Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. I'll fucking kill you.
hold on. I like try to pull up. I was like, you fucking liar. Yeah, I would try to call people, and then if they were interested, be like, we're offering $6 million below what you guys would take. And they're like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. Both you and I give scam calls like problems when they call us. I did the same thing with cars. At this car dealership, I was like the online sales.
Were you?
So you would call and be like, hey, we sold you the car 3 years ago. You want a fucking another one? Trade that thing in. We'll give you a good deal for it. And they're like, no.
Fuck off.
And then I'd call about warranties and shit.
Piss me off. If they
I didn't get one. I didn't get one.
If they called me, if that guy who we bought our car from called me up and was like, hey, I'd be like, dude, don't ever do that again. That's so fucking annoying. Please stop trying to fuck my financial future up, man.
It's crazy.
Stop trying to ruin me.
I was decent at selling cars in person. I was okay, but when it comes to like cold calling or never got one that way and never got one with the bathtubs. And that was like combined like 2 years.
Cold calling bathtubs is tough.
That was like 2 years.
Are you tired of standing up? You could lay down.
Well, you get geezers and be like, yo, we'll come install like a chair for you.
It just sounds kind of like perverted to be like, hi, do you guys need a bathtub?
Hey, are you naked? You know when you're naked? And, hi.
I can't come when I try to jerk off in the bath. You know why? Because the hot water.
I have a list of 70-year-olds in the area that I'm calling about bathtubs. I don't know how I got this list. So that's about 2 years of trying that and over. That means combined, I was probably like for like, especially phone calls, I was probably like for 5,000.
Dude, I was no better. I did very poorly on the phone, and then they put me on like data entry, which I was like, I have to be in charge of all these little details, and I'm like, yeah, man, you got to put it in. Absolutely, I Bartlebeed. I was like, I prefer not to. Totally refused. This is at my internship. I was like, I prefer not to.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing that. I'll quit right now. And they're like, they made me stuff envelopes, which I actually didn't mind.
Oh fuck, I forgot about this. Now that you're talking about the internship, so this is so funny. I'm happy to tell you. I just remembered. It's making me laugh. So me and Beezer were in Alabama in Huntsville, and a guy gave us edibles. Usually I don't munch them.
Yeah.
Ate some edibles. Rice Krispie treats. Oh, that kid fucking ruled.
Man, that's
kid
nice.
Ruled. So everybody in Huntsville left. There's one kid from, I forget where he was from. I think it was JC was his name. He was just out back in a fucking orange Charger. He was waiting for us when we left the club.
Just a wise man bearing gifts.
He was. And then he was like, oh man, I'm a huge, like he had full Southern. He was from Bama, but he had a ton of weed to give us, and it was like we got to fly out tomorrow. Yeah. But he gave us this Rice Krispie treat edible, and first off, me and Beezer got back to the hotel, went to the hotel bar, which drinking at a hotel bar is the best.
It's pretty awesome.
It's the most fun thing.
Yeah.
And the guy kept it open for us. Like it was supposed to close at 10. We stayed there till like 1 with this old dude from Alabama. He was the fucking man.
Yeah.
But then we were eating, we got high. And I got into the, Beezer's just on his fucking phone. I got into this television show.
While you're at the bar, you're saying?
No. Okay. We got back to the room. So I'm watching this TV show called The Industry.
Yeah.
It's on, I think, HBO. I was watching it. I was so fucking into it. I was so into it. It's about all these interns like working hard to get this job in this finance. I don't even remember what the fuck it was. I don't know what I was watching. But the main character is this black chick. And I started to get hints of like how woke it was. And then at the very end, the closing scene of the episode is this black chick after she's doing well, like overlooking the city of London, like in this incredible glass apartment, and it's playing like cool music. And like while I was watching, I was high as fuck, and I was like, is this gay as fuck? Like I was like, is this gay as fuck? That was what I started to ask. I was like, because I was so into it. And then I was like, holy shit, is this gay? And then right when I said to myself, is this gay? The credits came on like fast. It was like directed by Lena Dunkel.
Dude, how did you
handle that? Dude, I started scream laughing. I was sitting there like,
you got Dunkel?
Is this the gayest show I've ever seen, or did I love this? And then it goes directed by Lena Dunkel. I was like, oh. And I had been silent the whole episode. And then as soon as directed by Lena Duncan came out, I was like, ah! And Beezer was like, what, dude? He got scared.
He was just looking at like playing South Park. Like, what about Dunkums?
Oh man,
that's hilarious, man.
Being like, and it was genuinely because I went through the whole episode being like, this shit rules, and the soundtrack, I don't know, it fucking ruled. I think I was just very high.
Sure,
but The show could be good. I've seen it once and I loved it. So I'm not backing down. But then
she's
Lena
kind of stepping
Dunham's
on Trump's toes. A little business show.
Yeah, Lena Dunham, and then it's directed by Lena Dunham, and I was like, I'm so fucking gay.
Well, dude, it's funny. So I was along a very similar line. This might have been almost. No, it would have been the same time because this was during the day. I was at the house, and this is what I was talking about. I'm trying to like get out of my like. If I'm being judgmental, I tried not to like let it sway me too much. So I'm doing the dishes. Brittany had for her family. They had like a virtual like baby shower. So I'm just like listening to a virtual baby shower, and I'm like, dude, I'm fighting. I'm just getting just poisonous thoughts listening to this thing. And finally, I'm like, I'm trying to like really check in when I hear, when I have like a judgmental thought. I try to identify like what was the thought, and I checked in with myself, and it was like, this is gay as hell. I was scrubbing a dish. I'm like, this is gay as hell. I was like trying to like, what was the thought I had? I was like, this is gay as hell. Like this is 100. Dude, it was.
It's funny. Both of our minds are just YouTube comment sections. Like, I'm like, does this show fucking suck because it's gay? Yes, it's so fucking gay.
You just get like 34 mental upvotes. You're like, well, that solves that.
Yeah.
So did you actually know that was directed by Lena Dunham? And you're like, fuck, shit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, getting high and watching a Lena Dunham show.
I was into it. I was like, this show actually fucking rules.
Dude, I tried to.
The girl got fucking sexually. She was taking a client out.
Yeah.
And they got drunk together, and then when they're on the ride home, the lady just grabs her by the pussy.
Whoa, the lady grabs her.
Yeah, lady on lady.
Is this like a reality show or is this like reenactment?
No. They didn't film a sexual assault on a reality show.
Were you just watching like the 7th season of Girls?
No, maybe.
That's why the 7th season they all get the same corporate job and just grab each other's pussies.
Get raped at work
by powerful women.
Yeah, powerful women sexually assault them.
Yeah, Lena Dunham's like, and then I come out and grab the women by their fucking pussy.
Yeah,
like, oh no, what have I been? I've become what I've hated.
Yeah, I think that's kind of going to be the point of the show because the girl then ignores the sexual assault and calls her back to make the sale. Like she was like, I don't want to talk to that lady. She grabbed me, all that. She kept that to herself.
So the female.
And then at the
boss,
end of the episode, because they're all interns.
Sure.
There's like 4 or 5 people that are interns. Oh, you know what? I started to know it was woke when the 2 female interns were talking about the one male intern. The girl was like, he a whole ass snack. I was just like, wait a minute. Is this gay? That's when the wheels started turning. I was like, am I watching something gay right now?
Smack Beezer like, Beezer, I need you right now.
Beezer's like, yeah, it fucking sucks. What?
You and Beezer being
I needed
high.
my consigliere, dude. I needed to consult with the Beezer. Oh fuck! But yeah, I've never felt it was like a Law and Order fucking dunk 'em. It hit so hard.
Fuck, man.
I've never had a question just answered immediately. Like while I was looking at the screen, I was like, "Does this?"
Oh, that's tough,
Boom.
dude. That is
Lena
absolutely.
Dunham's.
That's tough stuff, man. That would have fucked me up.
I
just got dunkumed.
Got dunked hard. It was good,
dude. That's like MK Ultra shit, dude. You're high.
I was MK Ultra.
You got MK Ultra, dude. You're stoned. You're like, something about this. You see that Lena Dunham, and you're just like, she's actually
truthfully,
right.
since then, I've started to admire myself in the mirror.
You should get real body
I should
pos.
take pictures of myself. Yeah, body positive.
You should just force everybody to look at your body. Brittany took a picture. Dude. Oh my God! I have to find this and give it to you. I'll show this to you. Brittany took a picture of me last night. I was by the I'm always naked at nighttime, so she was like, "Go see if you can make Maya go to." She's been waking up every night at like, dude, 12 o'clock, 11:30, just fully awake for like 3 hours. It's fucking nuts. So she was like, "Go try to put her to sleep," and so we have like a baby monitor. She took a picture of me through the baby monitor. I was naked and just sitting in there because I like put her in the crib and I just sit in the chair. So like I'm next to her.
So it's through the baby monitor. So what is it, like night vision?
Night vision, dude. It's so fucking. I was
you
actually
probably look very scary in it,
dude.
It's probably like actually a scary photo. Oh my God, dude, you're Lena Dunham. What the fuck?
I was fully.
Why are you Dunham?
Why are you Dunham? Because I was naked. Thank God I was holding my bird, dude. And she just snaps a picture of me Grinch bellied out. Fucking, I have like Grinch body to the max, dude.
Your body doesn't make sense, dude. I've seen you. Sure, I've seen you nude.
It's a bad angle, dude.
It's the craziest angle.
Night vision adds like 30 pounds, dude.
Night vision adds giant tits, apparently. Show the fucking dude. You gotta see it. It's so funny.
It's not my true body, dude. It's not my true body.
No, don't show the camera. Why would you show them?
I'm going to dunk them, dude. I don't care.
True. You should post that on your. Give me that. So I can, please.
Dude.
Please let me post that on my Instagram.
No.
Please. Dude.
It's not an actual representation of my body, dude. You know I don't have fucking
so
tits.
Funny. I know you don't. No, but it looks like you have tits in it. Like
it looks like I have like fucking Bam Bam, like Mark Henry tits, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. So she sends me that, and I was like, fucking pissed. I was like,
that would piss me off so much.
And, like we were already kind of in a.
So you're just sitting in a rocking chair in your kid's room like that?
Yeah.
You're terrifying.
Why?
That's terrifying.
I was trying to get her to go to bed.
You look like the witch from The Vitch, dude. You look like the Vitch.
I do.
Exactly like the Vitch.
I look exactly like the bitch.
And someone was probably like, Matt, you're like,
okay.
What?
So imagine that.
Go to sleep.
Imagine me seeing that and being like, people need to see me on HBO. People need to reconcile this. It's like, no, man, you just keep that to yourself. It's like, either you get shredded and get on X-Men, or you just kind of like put on a scarf and, you know, you're somebody's eccentric best friend.
Just be, I don't know what,
I mean, dude, night vision turns you into a creature, dude.
Night vision's actually
I've been working hard on my body, dude. I saw that. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah. Jesus.
Must be like a fisheye lens on that or something.
It's on the tit eye.
I should have left my dong uncovered, dude. I could have got like a fat fucking dong shot, dude.
Especially, dude, if you had a penis in that, that'd be the worst photo of all time.
I mean,
if you had a penis
sticking. I did have a penis in that. I was covering it. Let's be real. But
damn, yeah, true.
Yeah,
even naked in the dark, I'll cover a penis.
You have to.
By myself in a room, I'd still be like, no one sees this. Somehow, hopefully there's not a night vision camera I forgot about.
Dude,
man,
someone room raiders you and sees your penis.
Fuck,
dude,
that picture is.
It's so funny, dude. That picture.
Oh my god! I would, especially you have like your sleep cap on your.
I have my mask thing. I usually block all the light out. Dude, that picture. Dude.
I'd be so mad at whoever took that. Let me see it again. I know this isn't great for them.
It's the pixelation made me look like I had titties, dude. It fucking my belly. I'll take the belly. The belly's mine. That was, that's after nighttime eating, dude. And I'm in a rocking chair, so I'm moving a little.
It's the craziest picture. Dude, what are you holding?
My bird.
No, on your other hand.
Let me see. Let me see what I'm holding.
Oh, maybe nothing. Maybe it's the bottom of the chair. All right. Oh,
I'm probably just clutching a blanket, dude. Yo, that picture is so fucking funny, dude. It's like a Dali painting, dude. Looks like I'm melting.
Like scary. Fuck, dude. That needs to be released to the public.
Brittany will be so mad. She gets so mad when risque pictures are released.
We can cover your face.
I mean, that one too.
You can cover the least embarrassing part.
No, I can. That would be a good one to release, honestly.
That's important for the people to see that picture.
If there's any girls out there, they'd be like, ew.
Ew. Suddenly I'm the heartthrob of the group. Ew. You know what? Shane's not that bad. You ever see Matt naked?
He's like 70. And fat.
Fuck me.
He's like a fat 70-year-old. I might die of COVID according to that picture, dude.
Speaking of, dude, you're killing us right now.
Why?
Me and Lemaire, you're going to kill me and Lemaire.
Common rhinovirus already got tested.
No, you didn't.
My daughter did.
Yeah, Matt. The reason we delayed one day was Matt had a cold. I was like, all right, well, see how you feel tomorrow.
Well, you were like, well, see, you might not be able to get tested. I'm like, dude, I'll get tested in 2 seconds. Watch. I got fucking absolutely dunked on by like 9
You got dunked them by everybody.
Dunk them. 9 urgent. Dude, it was so funny because I was like, maybe if I just walk into urgent care and just be like, hey, can I just please have an appointment? The guy in front of me goes up. He goes, hey, man, I'm so sorry. I was like, and I came in. I was like, I'm asking what that guy's basically asking, but so no? Okay. Cool. And they're just looking at me like, yeah, no. I'm like,
yeah.
Hey, man, just a shot. It's worth a shot.
I got tested last week or 2 weeks ago when we filmed that sketch. And good for those fucking, for real, those nurses.
Dude.
Just sitting there, just testing, just sitting in an urgent care in Center City, Philadelphia.
People in your face like, come on, why not?
Just people coming in like, I have it.
Yeah.
Just somebody just walking to the register like, "Ugh, help.
Yeah, this lady was rocking like a tight N95 with like another thing around it.
The lady it was just it was a workhorse. It was workhorse Sniz.
She's not worried about it.
Fucking honky Irish, red hair, just a thick Irish redhead.
Yeah.
Just munching COVID.
I mean, they got those. They like survived the bubonic plague genes, dude. They're not this shit. Come on, man. That's not gonna fuck
That
with
body survived the plague, dude.
Hell yeah,
the body
dude.
in that photo.
Who do you think picked up all the body? Oh, this body?
Yeah, that body.
That might
was
be my
the-
astral body.
That might be the plague. That might have been that. If people saw that photo, like in ancient times, they'd be like, "It's a demon."
It looks like
It's a demon.
I look like a guy who somehow got fat in a concentration camp. Wait a
I
second.
kept stealing all the extra gruel.
What the fuck? I just have like 9 hats. Like, how that fat guy get 9 hats?
This guy's killing it in here. Damn. True.
Oh man. Yeah.
I like that idea of just a entrepreneur in a concentration camp.
They were
Just
in
a
there.
Gary V in there.
Couple people were doing it up.
Just a pure Gary V in a concentration camp. Like, you need to work harder. I'm gonna outwork everybody here.
Yeah, that was kind of.
That's not a great bit. We apologize. We
was
got a
kinda
few more
crushing.
days of goofing.
Shout out to the Jews, dude. I love the Jews, man. I do.
Nice.
I love the Jews.
That's good.
I've been doing a lot of research.
The
Shout
Jews rule. I've been saying, listen to the old
We've been
cast.
saying, don't, you know.
I have.
You already said my body was disgusting. Don't make me an anti-Semite.
First off, we both know
Jews.
Jews do rock.
They rule.
They rock.
They rule.
And
No,
they
rule hard as fuck.
Yeah. First off, I never, we've talked about this.
I don't know why we have to frame this conversation this way. We can just say they rule.
No, but I never cared about Jews.
True.
Then all of a sudden I moved to the big city and everybody's got an opinion on Jewish people, which is strange to me.
I was in New York.
Here too. Any
That's
city.
what the
You go
Statue
to a
of Liberty
city.
was originally donated for.
For what?
The light. It was supposed to let them. No, I'm kidding. It was given to us by the French, but yeah, I'm just
I know.
kidding. Yeah, I'm joking.
Fuck, I forget where I was going with this.
New York
Anyway,
City-
Jews rock. Dude. That's the point.
So, dude,
I didn't. My Catholic friend was like, no, Judaism rules. The Vatican and the Jews are together. I was like, yes.
Yeah, dude. I started reading this book on debt.
I think he was just very Islamophobic. So, shout out to him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I've come around on them.
He wasn't big on well, you know, they're popping back up.
trying to think of
They're pissed off about Garfield.
do I not
They're pissed
like?
off about Garfield again or something.
Somebody Garfielded them, dude.
I mean, dude, there was I think was it Pakistan? It was some country. There were, you know, it's probably not everybody there, but there was a gathering of thousands of people being like, kick all the French people out now because of that cartoon. So there's enough. You know, there's a sizable faction. There's about as many American Nazis as there are in like Pakistan, in Islamabad or wherever, just being like,
Nice.
these motherfucking.
Nice. You got that exactly right.
I've been reading the
Nice.
fucking, you know,
Wow.
I've been reading 3 pages of The Economist once a week, dude.
That was pretty good.
That's where they were protesting.
Yeah.
They're like, get these they want French dignitaries. They're like, until you guys
Stop drawing
goofing around and drawing these cartoons, dude.
They've been goofy. The French keep goofing around. I don't know why the French keep goofing around.
I don't know why. The fuck, dude. It's like,
Just let it go.
I mean, it's also like, yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure.
It's funny. I mean, obviously the guy's doing it, and like the what was the name of the newspaper? Charlie Hebdo.
Yeah.
Obviously, they are in the right. You know what I mean?
Sure.
They're like, this is crazy. What are you guys doing?
Sure.
But
It's like
Also,
it's like
let
trying to
go,
win an argument. It's trying to like win an argument with like a homeschooled kid. It's
Yeah.
like,
no, it's
dude,
like there's a
these
literally
guys are fucked up, man.
there's a retarded guy in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And you drive by his house every day, and you're like, look at this picture you fucking hate, and just hold it up to him. He's like, if I ever get out of this cage, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You're like, yeah,
I mean-
whatever, retard. I'm allowed to draw
yeah, dude,
pictures.
you're just driving by and be
And
like,
then one day, he busts out, cuts your head off.
dude, I mean, it's just an unnecessary. I mean, again, it is ridiculous, and it is one of those things where it's like, you know, they tell the Trumpster, which, you know, he could have easily scored political points by like, no, yeah, absolutely don't, not a big fan of white supremacists, but they're like, well, it's not all of us.
True.
And
True. That's the left's.
yeah,
That's the left's Proud Boys.
I mean, dude, cutting someone's head off is a pretty serious act of fucking violence.
That is.
Of beheading a person. Not even like if you were
Yeah.
to murder them, it's like whatever.
Yeah, you're committing like an ancient ritual.
Yeah, but yeah, they're fired up. They're starting to fire up right now. And also, you know, I think we're doing a little musical chairs. We're getting the next thing ready.
Yeah.
Because that was what I was reading too about the news. It was like when
Oh yeah, once COVID dies out.
One Pulitzer was like, it becomes this symbiosis of like, so the news needs catastrophe to constantly get people to start buying, join the drama.
It's like we're watching the local news with like hurricane off of Cuba.
Yeah, and exactly.
Like,
It's
all
like,
right.
okay.
Is it gonna rain tomorrow?
But the politicians also get to like become like characters in these stories and be like they were talking about Reagan, how he did the national debt, and he's like, we got to bring this national debt down, and the news was like, Reagan's at it again. They're in more meetings, and all they ever did was increase the national debt the entire time because they tried and they spent so much money on decreasing the national debt that they just increased it. But the news never said it. They're like, and he's back at it again.
Yeah.
They just like leave shit out like that.
I
Pretty
watched
weird.
Showtime has a series on the Reagans right now. Somebody DM'd me and was like, check that out. So shout out to that person. I watched it last night, and Reagan's son's a fucking bitch.
Really?
Yeah. Ronald Reagan Jr., I think
I
think he did an atheist commercial.
What?
Jamie, bring that up for us.
He did an atheist?
Like, I think he did a television commercial where he was like, I'm atheist, and I'm tired of fucking hiding it. And it's like, all right, you weirdo.
All right, dude.
Like, knock it off.
When was this, in the 70s?
No, I think he did it like, I feel like I saw it recent.
Really?
Ronald Reagan Jr.,
How old is this boy?
probably late 40s,
Dude.
early
October
50s.
15, 2019.
Oh, I really just saw
Yeah.
it.
So he's hiding he's been in the closet about his atheism until 2019?
No, I think now he's just running. I mean, hopefully the fucking guys in Islamabad don't find out about this commercial.
Dude.
They're going to be fired up.
I'll be right there. I'm not going to cut his head off, but I'll hit him with the stick.
So in this, I don't like that guy.
Toss
Just from
a stone
what,
at
so
him?
I saw you can tell he's very woke now, Ronald Reagan Jr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can tell I think he's very embarrassed of his father.
Yeah.
Like which first off, dude, if my dad was Reagan, I'd be like, yeah, suck our dicks.
People love
Reagan
him and hate
rules.
him. I get him mixed up with Nixon too a lot. For me, I'm like, yeah.
Both of them, I think, were like heavy in drug war and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Reagan, but in this thing, the son's like, he kind of like trashes his dad the whole time.
Does he really?
In this documentary, it seems like he talks about him. I mean, maybe he had a very weird relationship. I'm sure he did with his dad. But at one point, Ronald Reagan, I guess, had told him a story about growing up when Ronald Reagan's dad, so this guy's grandpa, was a drinker, and he came back one day, and I guess Ronald Reagan found his dad out in the snow, like pass out, and had to like carry him in and carry him up the steps like around Christmas or something. And then his son was like, and I thought about that when I went to the house, and I was like, there's no way my 11-year-old, like he literally on the documentary is like, yeah, my dad didn't fucking carry him, he was lying.
Damn.
It's like, dude, he was 11. I'm sure he like helped him up.
Yeah, dude. Is Ronald
Like-
Reagan dead?
Yeah.
Damn, he's lying on a dead man's
He's
name
lying
too?
on his dead dad's name on a fucking Showtime doc.
What a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, again, who knows? Maybe his dad was a feeder. That would piss me off if dad was constantly
True.
feeding. But
he was nothing but a horse feeder.
I mean, he basically was like, yeah, we beat drugs. What else you guys want to do? Yeah, dude, drugs are done. Anyway.
yeah.
But
It's-
yeah, that's fucking shitty.
I got fired up last night. I was watching Reagan. I watched fucking thing
you
on
turn
the J.
off-
Turn
turn
it
off
off.
Dunkums.
Turn off Dunkums.
You had to wash that Dunkums out of your
I
mouth.
had to wash
dude.
Dunkums
You're like, I must have watched a Ronald Reagan documentary.
First of all, I think the industry is good. I saw it once when I was drunk and high. I was leaning Dunkums, and it was good till the very end. Then you're gonna be pissed when you see that directed by.
She should hide her name. She should have like
She should have kept it out.
Yeah. Or she just go by Lena Dunkums, dude. I'd be like, huh,
Leaning Dunkums.
Lena Dunkums. Well, Mary, Lena Dunkums ever hire you?
Oh yeah, then weren't you gonna get hired by Lena Dunkums? Also, YouTube comments, get ready. He's about to talk.
Yeah, I got hired by a 17-year-old Dunkums. Yeah.
Oh, you did get hired.
Yeah, but like the show didn't get picked up.
Oh, okay, good. I was
Yeah.
gonna say if it got picked up, you should stop doing this because our fans hate you and will ruin that show. True. You got 1,000,000 Seth Simons, dude. I got one. You got fucking 1,000 Seth Simons. Yeah, they are gonna ruin your career at any moment.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's all right.
It'll
Be
happen.
all
It
right.
happens, dude.
Uh,
Well, apparently,
God, the show just feels so derailed now that Lemaire talks.
I know, it's fucking ruined, dude.
It's almost like the whole show is fucking ruined.
We should just leave, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah.
what we're doing here.
No, this fucking ruled. I watched, I never read it. I heard it was good. Crossfire about JFK.
It's good.
There's this dude. I got to get his name correct. Jamie, we bring that up? Crossfire, JFK.
We're gonna get the TV in here soon.
Yeah, that'll be good. This guy
Profit
is
willing.
hilarious. It's an Amazon documentary. It's about his book. The author just sits there and explains to you his book.
Swag.
But he's in a cowboy hat. He just sits at a computer. Camera's on him. He sits at it. He's like, and this. He's like, do you think this happened?
Oh.
It's so good.
So he wrote a book on the JFK assassination.
Yeah, that's like considered like great.
So he's really.
Crossfire is like the book on the JFK assassination.
Well, apparently they took a poll back then.
Or at least it was.
Well, they took a poll.
I'm sure it's been
after
debunked.
that happened. Dude, well, apparently back when he got assassinated, there was like a minority of people who believed that like it was actually carried out the way they said it was. Like nobody really believed that. They were like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, there were pieces of evidence in this that were just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. They weren't even.
I saw shit before saying Woody Harrelson's dad was there.
I heard that. Yeah. I heard Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz was there?
Ted Cruz's dad.
What?
Fucking Trump said that like during the campaign.
Stop.
Trump's like, I'm pretty sure Ted Cruz's dad killed Kennedy. Anyway. He's like, no, I don't know if that's true. I heard that.
Trump is boys with you know who? Robert,
mob.
One of them, JFK Jr. mob. Yeah.
Boys with the mob. The mob was in that.
I think it was kind of well known that his family was mobbed up, and the mob were like, "Oh, we got our guy in." And for some reason, him and his brother were like, "Fuck the mob," and just went against them. And they were like,
it's Mars, right? The guy's name is Mars. Yeah.
Jim Mars.
Jim Mars. The guy fucking rules. He's dead now. I think he taught like UFO classes at Texas.
Damn, dude.
Guy fucking rules.
I mean, dude.
But his JFK shit, like, this guy was obsessed with it, and he was from there. He was from Dallas. Mm-hmm. Like the documentary opens with him like on stage at one of Jack Ruby's clubs. You know, Jack Ruby shot Lee Harvey Oswald. He was just this maniac, this like guy who owned a strip club. It was like, he can't believe he killed my president. Just shot him before he got to testify. Like, dude.
Yeah, super suspicious.
There was stuff like.
I mean, that's like crazed fanatic on crazed fanatic. Like they're just like eating each other. Like, everything's gone.
There's some ones that I'm gonna misremember them and fuck it up, but. There was one where a police officer from Dallas was in the car with FBI or military police, and they were leaving the hospital, going back to the scene or whatever. And the FBI agent, I guess, had given him enough information that when he got back, he wrote a list of employees at the book depository. And the top one was Harvey Lee Oswald. He got it backwards, but he wrote an address. He got the wrong address, 603. He wrote down the wrong address on his list of where these people are from. But that was a house that Lee Harvey Oswald had lived at. So the guy who just gave him the information gave him an old record of Lee Harvey Oswald. He didn't get it from the book depository. He got it from the military. And then, I don't know, they cross-referenced. It was just wild.
Yeah,
They're like, this just proves the military, the government handed this
Didn't someone else get shot down? Didn't someone else get shot down there too?
Yeah,
there was a cop that got like blasted as well.
Cop got shot. There was a guy directly. I think a cop got shot. I think a cop got murdered. Mm-hmm. There was a guy directly in front of JFK that got hit, but that was the magic bullet. It like went through JFK's back, didn't touch bone, and then redirected in JFK to come out of his neck. It's so wild.
Did this bullet happen to have like eyes and teeth on it too?
Yeah, it's insane. And even the magic bullet, the bullet theory. So I guess the back seat was a little elevated in this car, so they like tried to recreate it. Mm-hmm. And then even in the picture, the guy's like, you can see the place where it's supposed to enter JFK's back, and the guy's like up to here. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. I think it was Gerald Ford, dude. Gerald Ford was in on it. Hoover, all of them. Yeah. Bunch of punks. J. Edgar Hoover, I don't think I've ever heard of a guy get a worse rap as time goes on.
Crushed, dude.
As time goes on, it turns out that guy stunk. He was lean as stinkums, dude.
Dude, he was, man.
He was big time stunkums.
He was a weirdo, dude.
He was a weirdo. I think he was gay. I think he fucking killed every
sex pervert, dude.
He killed every civil rights
Andrew
activist.
Cunanan, dude.
He was.
Dude, first of all, shout out to the actor who played Andrew Cunanan. Apparently, he's in Glee as well.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. He plays a gay guy in Glee. He plays a gay psychopath in the Andrew Cunanan thing, the Versace.
Yeah.
Dude's straight, not gay.
Whoa.
He came out and he goes like, dude, he like just crushed gay roles. I swore this guy was gay.
Well, then the gay people need to take umbrage with this.
That's I think he kind of like.
Yeah, you got to get ahead of that.
So nasty, dude. You can't
he's so
stop
gay.
him. He's so gay, dude. I mean, dude, Matt Damon, amateur hour, trying to be as gay as this guy. Nah, dude. He apparently came in. He's like, no more gay roles. This guy wanted to act so bad. They're like, here's what we got: gay psychopath murderer. He was like, I knocked Glee out of the park.
Fuck it.
The Glee one's gentle. The fucking he's just like straddling 65-year-olds and like stuffing his fingers in their mouth, dude. It's fucking
and then dancing around, kind of sexually.
Yeah, dude.
I don't like that. That fired me up. I got mad.
Dude, that show fucking ruled. I had no idea. I thought
Shine. You know the rapper Shine? He in his one song, Andrew Cunanan ass. Yeah, he calls people Andrew Cunanan asses. I'd listened to that song obviously years before I saw the show or knew who Andrew Cunanan was. Shine called other men Andrew Cunanan ass.
Gay murderers, dude.
Dunkums.
Really? Yeah, I was like pumped on that, dude. I saw him first in the Cunanan, and then I was like, dude, what the fuck? Because Brittany's watching Glee right now. I'm like, Cunanan isn't. She's like, that's like the thing he was from. I was like, damn,
bro.
Boy.
Don't get me off the JFK.
Sorry.
There's nothing else. I have no more information.
No, yeah, it's
you
super
do
strange.
need to know. JFK. Something was up there. That's what I got out of it.
I think Don DeLillo wrote a book called Libra. I believe that is it's just all about JFK stuff.
This guy, no, dude, he's got nothing on.
I mean,
Mars. He's literally sits there in a cowboy hat, Southern accent. And he's just like, and you expect us to believe this?
I mean, dude,
that's the documentary.
That's the dream. Just going up a gravel driveway, lifting one of those heavy horse fences, and pulling my pickup truck into a house with like a couple dogs running around.
Filming Amazon doc.
Just going right on the computer and be like, the government's lying to all of you. That's all I want. That's all I'm going for, dude. I just want to get.
This guy.
Like, come on, man. Or just teach alien classes, dude. I always like, how the fuck do you start to teach alien classes?
This guy's in, dude. He was a journalist, I think, in Dallas at the time. Like, guy, he was all over it. Dude, so they didn't. He just keeps showing you the Dallas police records of all. First off, the FBI took all the evidence right away.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Of course, yeah.
But they at first Dallas fingerprinted the guns. Nothing. Mm-hmm. They did the test to find gunpowder on your hands and face. Nothing. Off Lee Harvey Oswald. What? Nothing, including his face, which would have been covered with it. In order to get those 3 shots off that quick, he would have had to just keep his face on the rifle. Yeah. He wouldn't have had time to bring it down. Trust me. I mean, this is Mars.
We couldn't shoot. That's Mars. But
this is Mars talking. He's like, you can't bring it down.
Dude, if a guy with a southern accent tells me anything about guns, I'm like, facts.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
Yes, sir. But then this guy who was the funeral director for Lee Harvey Oswald. First off, the mom claimed she didn't know who was in that casket. She was like, that's a body double. There's rumors there too. Lee Harvey Oswald was some rumors. Mars told me about him. But the guy who worked at the funeral home said the FBI came in and just because 4 days later, then they got fingerprints off the gun. The FBI got the fingerprints. Dallas was like, there's no fingerprints on this. They said they went to his funeral or to the funeral home, got his casket, put his hand on the gun. Oh. He was the guy who did the funeral was like, I had to scrub the ink off of his hands from the fingerprinting.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy. Although I don't know why they'd use ink. Yeah, whatever.
I think it's
to get the fingerprint, not to put it on. We got it. We'll figure it out.
It's gotta be funny, dude, to be in journalism school.
I think I just debunked Mars, dude.
What?
No, dude, just debunked him. Easy.
You expect me to believe that?
Yeah. You think we're gonna believe this? And then it's like an old documentary, so it's like shitty transitions. Yeah. It's very funny.
I'm just laughing about journalism school. Like, oh, what's Bob up to? Like, he went into aliens. And
he got into aliens.
It happens, man.
For
you
some
start
reason.
researching shit, and you're just like, wait a second, what? And you're just 30 years. You're just in New Mexico, just being like, look, hear me out here. Like, they are out there. Apparently, they claimed aliens. I think the government was like, yeah, aliens, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a fuck. I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, the government released aliens this year.
Everyone's like, yeah, dude, the drummer from Blink-182 told us, dude.
Yeah, we know. We watch Rogies, dude. Yeah. We all watch Rogies. You're not telling us anything new.
Of course, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the book that I was going through this is why it's not why, but it's like the guy starts talking about debt. And, so naturally you start going into like money lending and all this stuff. And, I'm reading the book, but I watch like a million interviews. And the guy was saying how historically Jews would so you would go, no, the guy's a Jew. All right. The guy's a Jew. He hates the term self-loathing Jews, by the way. He's like, this is fucking bullshit. But he was saying that a lot of times like in medieval Europe, you would have like these dukes, these like European dukes, and they would like Jews would come in and they tell the Jews like, you guys can't work, like no jobs for you. And they would tell like the peasantry and be like, fuck these Jews, am I right? And they'd be like, yeah, fuck those Jews. Like, we're not gonna let them work. And the peasantry would be like, yo, you fucking rule, Duke. So then he would go like, hey, Jews, how you going? How you doing? They're like, pretty fucking bad. You won't let us work. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna let you lend money for me. So the Duke would set them up as money lenders and be like, all right, you can lend money here. Here's the interest rates. And then when the J started making a lot of money, the Duke would be like, damn, these guys are killing it. And they'd be like, hey guys, don't these Jews suck? And the peasantry would be like, yeah. And like, I'm getting them out of here. And the Duke would just take all of the money that they collected and be like, get the fuck out of here. So that would happen to them constantly as they moved around. They'd be like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So it was pretty.
That is interesting.
Pretty funny. I actually also adds up with. I watched this thing up by Thomas Sowell's, A Brief History of the Jews. Very similar thing. They would like wander in somewhere. But they went ham around like the Babylonian period. Like they were motherfuckers. I mean, this is like 5th century, whatever. But they were talking about how they were doing their thing, and then they got conquered so many times.
Wait, David, right? Like Solomon and David.
There was
David versus Goliath. David was a Jew.
David was
a
a Jew.
Tricked Goliath. Dude.
I think was Goliath not a Jew?
Goliath was not a Jew.
I thought he was a bear.
Jacked.
I thought he was a bear Jew.
No, I thought he was a bear Jew.
I thought he was like Michael Rappaport's great grandfather. Goliath was just like 5'9", 160.
Definitely.
No, there's some brawny fucking Jays. There's a couple.
Sandler.
Fucking, I know a brawny. I know a big bear Jay, dude.
Who?
Fucking, he's an entrepreneur, dude. Fucking Andrew.
Who?
You wouldn't fucking the guy who owns Magoobies, dude. You wouldn't
get
your bitch
true.
on him. He's a big wrestler.
I was texting him last night. That's crazy. I texted him last night.
Yeah, that guy's a fucking.
While watching JFK, I was texting
Really?
Andrew. I was just like, "How you doing, bro?"
How is he doing?
He's doing all right. He always is very funny. If you're talking about self-loathing Jays not being a real thing, that guy is the best. You could text him and be like, "How you doing?" And be like, "Are you doing good?" And be like, "Define good." And be like, "Yes, dude. Tell me what's wrong."
But this guy got into the whole book is called Debt. It's a 5,000-year history. And warning, the guy who wrote it, David Graeber, he's an anarchist. But he's like, this guy was like about to get like tenure at fucking Yale or something. He's smart as fuck. He's not like like a dunce. But he wrote this book about like debt and how the idea of debt.
Dunce him.
He's not a dunce him at all. A lot of times you're anarchist and you're like, oh, this guy, some guy like that hangs at the mall and it's like, yeah. This guy's super fucking smart.
Yeah, or you.
So he wrote.
Never mind. I was gonna trash.
Who?
Basement. Our old apartment.
So he did this book where the question he was at a little like cocktail party thing and he was hanging with this priest, which is really, this guy has like the funniest group of friends. He's like, I was with this priest hanging out and it's really annoying because this guy would introduce me as an anarchist, which would like, I'm in polite society and everyone's kind of already judging me a little. And
That's funny. That's how I introduce all my friends. I'm like, oh, this is Jimmy. He's a fucking communist.
That's
right away.
That's what the priest was doing to him. So he said the priest, he's like, no, you'll like this person. This person that does like, they're like a, what the fuck did you say? They do like legal activism. He's like, you guys, because he like did a lot of the Occupy Wall Street shit. They're like, you guys will get along. So this guy had just been in Madagascar, the author of the book. And he was explaining to this lady, he was like, I was in Madagascar for 2 years trying to negotiate with the IMF to be like, stop fucking, like, just forgive these guys loans. You loan them money. Because apparently these big centralized banks got like a huge tide of oil money that came out of the Middle East. And so they got like flooded with all this money. And they're like, well, fuck, we have to lend this to somebody.
Yeah, they just destroyed Africa through that.
Yeah, they're like, it's fucking pointless. So they were like, they would like either ask the current guy, like, hey, you guys should take a loan to fix shit. And they'd be like, no. And they're like, all right, we'll put another guy.
It's like what China did with the...
Which one?
China's doing it right now. They like lended a ton of money to all these like port cities.
Yeah.
And then they're like, if you can't pay it back by this date, we own the port.
Basically.
And so it's just China just building ports.
So that's what they did, but they were also just like, they just wanted to get some interest on this money. So they would give a loan. This guy was telling this lady, I was just in Madagascar, it's a fucking mess. Like they gave the loan to these people, they paid it back. It wasn't even like they took it out. It was like a dictator will be like, okay, and put most of it in a Swiss bank account. And then there's people who are like, we have to pay this money back, blah, blah, blah. So what happened was the government they had this like program where like they would vaccinate people or some kind of thing. No, it was like to help
Jews and vaccines.
It was
in this?
mosquitoes control. No, it was good. It was mosquito control.
Right,
it was mosquito. There was no Jews. Well, maybe I don't know who works at the IMF, but I don't know. I'm saying there could have been a couple, but the thing that so they were doing this mosquito program where like they did it every so many years and it would like inoculate people versus like the horrible diseases from mosquitoes, which actually better chance of dying from mosquito stuff than like a bunch of other stuff you think about. But
for sure.
But the so dude, it like because they like made them, they're like, look, you guys You guys are slow on your loans.
It's a good Snapple fact.
I know.
You actually have a good chance of dying from mosquito stuff than other stuff.
Anyway.
Just saying.
So they couldn't afford to pay back these loans that the people didn't even take out. So this guy's explaining this whole thing to a lady. He's like, as soon as I got down there, like literally 5,000 children died due to mosquito-related deaths that would have been preventable if these people had just been like, all right, just fuck this fucking loan. You guys have paid us back this loan like 7 times already. We're just crushing you in interest.
Yeah.
Here's the mosquito. Like, dude, like 5,000 kids died.
Ugh.
Like I think like 10,000 adults died, 5,000 children died. And he was down there like trying to negotiate a settlement, being like, dude, this is fucking crazy. Like you're fucking these people.
From
Stop.
what, malaria or what do they get?
It was some kind of thing it was something fucked up. So he's explaining this to this lady, this long drawn out scenario, and she was like, well, they borrowed the money, they have to pay their debts. And so his whole idea, the book's looking into like where does the moral obligation from like debt come from and how far does it go back? And he goes all the way back to like the Sanskrit word for debt is also the same for sin, and the Aramaic word for debt is also the same as sin. So like it's kind of like built into like our whole morality systems. But there was one thing, or there's a couple, but you know why like our credit cards get like erased every 7 years? That's the Jubilee. That comes from like ancient like Hebrew law. So what happened was, the Hebrews were doing their thing. And then
Wait, what? It gets erased? What?
the Jubilee, every 7 years, your debt gets kind of like forgiven. Like if you have a credit card and every 7 years it kind of just like goes away.
I've never had a credit card ever.
I cashed in hard. My mom told me this when I was young, so I was like, sweet. So yeah, so there was, I like just lit up a credit card when I was 21 and just like, I got 7 years, dude. I'll be good. I don't need credit for 7 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a thing, debts. I think if you're bankrupt too, there's a certain thing. After 7 years, the bankruptcy kind of wipes. There's something kind of to it. But where that comes from is
Jubilee.
like, it's the Jubilee year.
We have Jubilee Day in Mechanicsburg.
What is that? What do you guys do?
It's just a large fair in Mechanicsburg.
So
we celebrate.
So what would happen was, so back in the day, so the Hebrews were doing their thing, and then they were like the Babylonians, the Persians would come fuck them up. So the one guy used to be Kangs. He was a Jewish dude. He was a cupbearer for this Persian guy, and he was like, dude, let me go run. Please let me go run fucking, the whole, let me go back and like set the temple back up. And he got this idea, I think from the Babylonians, where like, so you'd like the Babylonian ruler would be doing their thing, and like, you'd owe me money, blah, blah, blah. And then a new ruler would come in and just be like, all right, debts are all clear. Like, but that guy owes me money. He's like, that was under that other king. That's all bullshit.
Yeah.
Restart. They would do resets constantly like this. So the Jays went back to the Jays, and he's like, yo, we got to stop crushing each other with this bullshit, man. They're like, let's just do every 7 years it fucking resets. And, so that comes from like an ancient practice, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, dude, the book's fascinating, dude. It's full of shit like that. Because like they also talked about how money would become invented, and like, you're just like some dude chilling in like the Yucatan, somewhere like a long time ago. And some guy just rolls up and like shows you a coin. He was like, check this out. And you're like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, it's money. He's like, you're like, I'm cool. I got a farm. I don't really. He's like, no, you need to bring me like 1,000 of these every year, or we'll just take your shit. Some people will be like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to get that stuff? So they just introduce money and then level the tax. And then like, well, if you join the military, we'll give you, give you $1,000 to do this. So they go into how like you just go into a place, issue money, tax people, and it forces people to do certain activities to get like to bring.
That's why I hate the Federal Reserve, dude. That's why me and JFK hate the Federal Reserve.
I mean, careful, bro.
True.
I might shoot you.
True. You are a Catholic, dude. The Catholics control the fucking Federal Reserve.
Do they? Very possible.
Finian, dude. There's a Finian fucking conspiracy.
Really?
There's a Finian cabal.
Is it really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No,
The fucking Catholics control the Federal Reserve.
Possibly.
I think that's true. There's a Finian conspiracy. I think it's Finian. I think I'm saying it.
Finian's a great word, dude.
Finian, dude.
I'm going to say that all the time now.
Yep.
So when Catholics up to no good, they're Finians?
Yeah.
Is that where the term finna comes from?
I don't know. I just know that there's like chants in soccer games between like Rangers and Celtic about like Finian blood being spilled.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. But.
Dude, that book is fantastic, man.
JFK tried to shut down the Fed. What happened?
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln was a little bit against it.
David Graeber died this year. The guy who wrote that book died this year.
Died this year?
Internal bleeding.
From getting gut punched by a Finian.
Finian? Yeah, one of those fucking money-hungry Catholics, dude.
Catholic
like, fucking...
gut punched him to death. He's like, hey, you're touching me money.
Enough of this nonsense
and
about
now
currency.
we got Biden. Now we got Biden in there.
Jeez.
What do you think's going to happen with the Federal Reserve?
Not looking good.
Catholics linking up.
These motherfuckers.
Money.
Dude.
Boy pussy. The two things Catholics love. Money.
Directed by Lena Dunham. It's like,
that'd be good. Money and Boy Pussy, and then directed by Ling Dongs. That's a good episode. Where are we at time-wise?
54.
God, I wish you would pay attention, Lemaire.
Yeah, he's on his
What are you
phone,
doing over
jerking
I
around.
looked over.
Looked over what?
Dawdling on your
At
phone.
the time.
Look at
No one was
look at
fast
the.
on
Do me a
draw.
favor. Google Catholic Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
Tell me
check
what's
that out.
going on there.
Dude, there was
See if
also
the Catholics really control the Federal
Dude,
Reserve
you're
like
gonna
I
be
think
into
they
this.
do.
there was this thing in the book. 'Cause he goes into other.
Please let us be the ones controlling the money.
That'd be awesome, dude. That'd be so.
Then
sick.
I'll be so offended if any of you ever talk about it. Be like, how dare you?
No, that's
Catholic conspiracy.
it is, dude. Big time. I mean, they have their own kind
Clear
of
your
stuff.
throat, guy with COVID.
But
You
yeah,
have it.
I don't have. I have a rhinovirus, dude.
You better have a rhinovirus if this is clearly just COVID.
No, it's not.
Look, if this is just a full episode where Matt definitely gives me COVID and me and Lemaire both die from being fat, you have to release the photo. That has to be.
I will.
That photo, promise me that will be my funeral card.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Like, it'll be like on Eagles, like an angel holding the picture, and it's just you in that. Just like we're here to celebrate the life. What is it, boys? Did you crack the Finian conspiracy?
Well, the president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Philadelphia, Catholic.
God damn it.
Of Philly, Catholic. How about the Federal
Shut it
Reserve
down.
overall? What
Don't
are they
get
all
gut
doing?
punched,
Go
dude.
overall. Go to just look up the Federal Reserve.
I did.
And the Federal Reserve Catholic. Google it.
Yeah, for real, dude.
He did.
The
That's
Catholics.
Patrick T. Harker.
Old Patty Harker.
Oh, that's
Controlling the fucking monies. Patty Harker. That's
Son
why
of a
he's
bitch.
shutting down all the Wawas. The Catholics are shutting them down.
The Catholic Church has a lot of gold ingots stored with the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank.
We're breaking this conspiracy right now.
We're going to get killed, dude.
Do you think the Catholics are going to get us?
Yeah, dude.
Probably.
They're going to get us.
They're gonna get us.
We're either going to get our heads chopped off by, fanaticists from Islamabad. Catholics, dude.
Catholics are the last one. Do you want to bother?
Dude, it's going to be like our life's going to turn into an episode of His Dark Materials, dude.
What's that?
It's just like they get persecuted by like the religious fanatics. Pretty good. Dude, there was another thing too from that book about how a lot of times there just wouldn't be enough money to go around. That they're like, we're not. It was like physical coins. So what they would do is take like, say, I gave you like 3 pigs and you owed me 3 pigs or whatever. We would rip a little branch off of a little tree, like a twig, and I'd hit like 3 marks on the one end, 3 marks on the other end, break it in half. That that you would call the end with the thing that's owed to it, the stock, and the thing that you have would be called the stub. That's where stockholder and ticket stub came from.
Wow.
They rip the thing, give you the other half. That's where the stub came from. That was like back in the day. And you'd have all these stubs. And like, yeah, this is this guy's. He owes me this. And you could trade it to him. And they're like, all right, sweet. That's as good as 3 pigs. But the whole premise of the book,
A
too,
couple IOUs for some pigs.
they talk about that. And they also say that the idea of, they say,
What do you think of wiping out college debt?
yeah, we'd be fine.
Sick?
Mhm.
You agree with it?
Absolutely.
Tight.
I think we could wipe out. I mean, that's the point. Is like you could totally wipe
Tight.
it out and like. I think we're on like a pure. And the other thing too, people are like we need to go back to the gold standard. Like we need to. I've heard people like money's not even attached to anything. And the movie Wizard of Oz was actually about how that caused problems because there would be money would be limited in supply, and so they would trick like farmers into. The Wizard of Oz is all about how they were fucking Kansas farmers over, and then giving them loans they couldn't repay, and then stealing their farms. So the Scarecrow was a farmer who was too dumb to like not walk into a stupid loan. The Tin Man was the industrial class who didn't have like the heart to like help, or like who didn't have the whatever the fuck he didn't have. And then,
His was hard.
yeah, it was hard. He like didn't have a heart to like whatever. And then
Wait, what was the lines then?
courage.
Yeah, but
The
wasn't
Lions
his-
was the political class, like the elite who like just sat there and just kind of watched it. And it's like if you again Wizard of Oz ounce because there was a guy who was running
Ounces of gold,
who
yeah.
wanted to run silver standard too, so like they could increase the money supply. Then the government was like, how about we just issue debt and call that money? And everyone's like, okay, whatever. We don't know what that is. That sounds good.
I like it.
But yeah, dude, it goes into like Adam Smith's theories and how we're like, oh, money just came out of barter and how they were basically like, this guy's an anthropologist. He's like, we have never seen any society that
Because of
runs
the old invisible hand.
Dude, well, they were talking about.
I know words.
Yeah, exactly. So he was saying there's
That's
never.
what people should call it the stranger. You know when you sit on your
Invisible
hand,
hand?
when you sit on your hand until it falls asleep and you jerk off with it.
Well, do you want to
That's
talk
what we
about
call
something
an
hot?
old Adam Smith.
The invisible hand?
The invisible hand controlling the market.
Dude, this guy starts talking about different methods of
That was
trade.
a dud.
That was good.
Nah,
Come
it
on.
stunk. I'm
I'm just
fucking
excited
hack.
to talk
I
about
suck.
the Zamalog exchange,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm struggling. Go ahead.
No, dude, you killed it. Wait, come on, dude.
No, you have COVID, you idiot. I'm risking my life for this episode. Don't give the salt lamp, Cody.
Dude, it'll purify itself, dude. There's this. So this guy's like going into like trying to. He's basically saying like, I'm an anthropologist, and none of us can find societies where people who live together live on barter. Like, hey, I got 3 pigs. How about you trade me this?
Why they just Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah.
Hey, I got 3 pigs.
He was like, it's kind of a myth. He's like, there's sometimes people will barter, but it's usually after they've been exposed to money. It's not something like barter doesn't predate money. So according to this guy,
but it has to.
No, he said people it were just on
Like
credit
sharing.
But it's different though, because that was a whole other thing too. It's like the idea of again, this guy. I'm gonna butcher what the fuck he's talking about, but he was saying how like people were like, well, the Native Americans, they'd have a guy in their village who was good at this, and they just had longhouses where they just like, you need shoes, like, lady, go get this. They just kept all their shit in the house, and like, so people didn't barter within communities, but they would barter with like enemies and people they weren't really like strangers. So this one society he was studying, I think it was somewhere in Brazil, but it was called the Zamalog Exchange. So you would live in this area, and like it was just taboo. Like you couldn't bone anyone from this other area ever. Like it was just off limits. Weren't allowed to do it. Weren't allowed to do anything with them. Yeah. But like once a year, you guys would get like say like you guys made like some sick ass spears. They had maybe somehow they got some European linens or something. They'd be like, all right, we're gonna meet for the Zamalog Exchange, where you would go, and then like say like you, me, fucking Noah and Lemaire, we would all get on stage and like start like playing like instruments, and then like other dudes' wives would come with like say they had the cloths, they would start like whipping our birds with the cloths while we played songs, and then you'd finish up, and then they would take you in the bushes and you would just bone this guy's fucking wife, and then it would would keep going and going until everyone's wife boned, and then the next people would come up, and then the dudes would come up with spears.
Wait, what are you talking about?
This is how this guy was talking about how like they're like, oh, these systems just barter. If you're like a little hunter-gatherer village in Brazil,
can really hear the COVID in you now.
It's a cough drop, dude. He's like, if you're like a hunter-gatherer village in Brazil, you don't have to do
Now I can't go to Thanksgiving.
Yes, you can.
If I get a cold, even if I get a cold.
I'll have a test tomorrow. I'll have test results tomorrow.
Okay.
You won't get this rhinovirus. And
if I get a cold.
Don't act like I didn't tell you. I do a Zoom.
You did tell me. I didn't know it was this bad.
It's not bad.
You're barely alive, dude. You're going to be on a ventilator at the end of this episode.
I won't let them put me on one, dude. You know that.
You better not.
I won't.
What if they're like, you absolutely need to be on? You'll be like, okay, help.
I'm not going on that thing, dude. First of all, dude,
I might get on a ventilator regardless.
My diaphragmatic breathing is ridiculous.
Great.
Well, I didn't want to go full. I didn't want to give you a full one. It would disturb people at home, dude. First of all, dude, I go in the hospital. I'm on my grounding mat the entire time. The doctor's been, we've never seen anything like this, dude.
This guy's neutrons are through the roof.
Pure menthol Ricolos, dude. They're like, dude, what the fuck? I'm on vitamin D. Come on, dude. Don't, come on. Come on. Let me tell you about the Zamalog Exchange, dude.
So we're playing instruments. We're fucking people's wives. They're towel whipping our dicks.
Yeah, like you get the gifts and you just like, whip people's boners. And everyone's like, dude, this fucking rules. So then, you go and guys are like pushing their wives, like, go fuck that guy. Go fuck that guy.
For what?
This is just like it's like a ceremony of trade. This is kind of like 'cause they don't really ever trade. They just like have.
So
shit
what's
they
the
need.
fucking? Just for fun?
Well, it's just kind of to like because the whole thing. This is what the guy's saying. Trades kind of surround it with kind of like this like risky energy where it's like if you get fucked on a trade, then you want to go in that village and fuck everybody up.
Yeah.
But if everyone just fucked each other's wives, everyone's like whatever, man.
True.
It kind of takes the edge off. That was the whole point. It takes the whole edge off the situation. So you're in this like it's a life or death for these guys. It's like if somebody gets bucked or pissed, like there's no one stopping them from murdering everybody's tribe.
Yeah.
So everyone's like these spears fucking blow, and someone's like fuck you. It's like now everyone's fighting to the death. So that's why like you got to have people boning. Everyone's cum's got to be out of them. So that was the whole thing. It was like they would go present
True. You need
gifts.
logic. You need logic in the trade. Everybody needs to be cum drained.
For sure. I mean, it's pretty. And dude, how fucking fun does that sound? To be honest, you go up there, you're playing guitar, someone's whipping your bird with a towel.
Yeah. And then your wife gets tagged by some
You're
dude.
tagging some dude's wife. It's even exchange.
What if it's not an even exchange? What if you have bae? What if somebody's dating a Dunkums?
I mean, dude,
You get matched up with a Dunkums.
I'm pretty sure that the T's so
just
high.
a stank
Stank Dunkums. Then a fight could break out, dude. You could be like, I don't want your Dunkums.
Yeah, Dunkum, no Dunkums. Dunkum deal.
Although I think
No.
you're just so horny, dude. You're just like sweet.
I'd tag up a Dunkums behind a bush.
And she's been whipping
Also-
your bird with a towel in front of everybody. That'll turn anyone into an absolute
And just a
object of
bushed
desire.
up Dunkums.
Oh, dude.
She'd be so hairy and dunked out. Hold on. I got to break this for 1 second.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
moment
yeah, do your
ago,
dates.
it looked like we had news on Catholicism. It looked like the two stoners had cracked the case for a second.
Yeah. Okay. So
Pardon me.
It's Inherent
This
Vice.
is breaking news.
Did you ever see
So-
Inherent Vice?
currently,
Yeah.
the president of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, an Irish Catholic man, went to the Catholic University of America in D.C. Obama's pick for the Federal Reserve, a Jew.
They had to break it up.
Yeah, to break up the Catholic Party.
There's
Catholic
but there's a full Catholic party right now.
Really?
Well, yeah.
I like it. And then we got that Catholic fucking lady in this Supreme Court. We got Catholic president. It's time, dude.
Kavanaugh, depending on how you feel about him.
Kavanaugh, is he Catholic?
Pretty sure that's the
True.
Catholic.
He's a
sounding name.
rapist.
Well, that's what they
I
talked
might have
about.
solidified him.
That's what they talked about too. How like now, with the way the news works, like they'll just like fully launch a story against you because once a story hits the news, whether it's true or not,
of course.
you're totally discredited. I mean, yeah,
Of course.
like you hear about this thing?
Yeah.
Have you heard?
Yeah. Are you still not able to get work? Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, dude, it's I haven't.
So I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
dude.
please.
I'm literally looking at the stoners, literally pointing at the computer screen, and both of them going. Both just. Jesus Christ. What did you crack a case on there? You two fucking idiots.
Kavanaugh's a Catholic.
I
Wow.
told you he was, man.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's a very Catholic
I
name.
can tell looking at. I can
Lemaire,
tell.
please
I
be
can tell
quiet.
by how upset he got for being fucking slurred on national
True.
TV.
Quit slamming me on this.
I mean, dude, imagine doing all like you go to fucking Duke, you're like, oh yes, yeah, I got
Duke.
that fellowship. Yeah.
Classic rape school.
Did he go to Duke? I don't know where he went.
They all got falsely accused of rape too. The Duke lacrosse team.
I mean, dude, it's like, well, that's what the one thing I was reading. They were talking about that, how like they like try to nail Kavanaugh on some rape stuff. They looked into it, and everyone was like, this is not.
Yeah, like this is
doesn't-
weird.
Doesn't hold up
It
at
doesn't
all.
matter. We already said
And
it.
well, they were like, okay, well, whether it's true or not, like he spazzed when we called him a rapist on national television. So I
Yeah.
don't think he's stable. It's just like, dude, that's to me, it's like that's a reassuring sign to see somebody freak the fuck out and be like, dude.
Forget who it was. I think we talked about it before. There was a Republican senator who gave a speech at that hearing that was actually pretty sick.
Was it Lindsey Graham?
I don't know if it was Lindsey Graham, who also, he might be in a little trouble.
Oh.
I think it was Lindsey Graham.
Oh,
He's in big trouble, dude.
What are you doing?
I think he was trying to like throw out ballots and shit. I could be wrong. Who
Lindsey
knows?
Graham.
Who knows, bro? But
I tried to get some. I was trying to get my hands on some ballots.
I would love to throw out
I was
ballots.
gonna toss them, dude.
If as soon as I got ballots, I was gonna throw them out.
I was trying to put some malware on the voting machines and just turn them all.
It's funny. I was just thinking about it
The
right
Green
now. I
Party
don't even think I
candidate.
would have like stolen ballots at like in like a high school election.
I
I
did
would
it.
have been like, that's wrong.
I rigged a grade
You
school
rigged a grade school
yes.
election. That's
I got
good.
my cousin Pat elected.
All right, for
I
somebody
carried-
else.
I carried
Yes.
the thing to the bathroom and I just went and just fucking put a bunch of checks next to his name.
That's a good
I
move.
think there was a queue. I think the teacher was like, "No fucking way." I don't remember. My memory's hazy.
There's a, you know when else there was a coup? 1963, when the federal government killed the president of the United States.
True.
Mars kept calling it a coup. He's like, sorry, America's no different than a banana republic. We're exactly what they tried to say we weren't. You gotta check into this.
I mean, dude, there are dudes.
I don't know if anybody has ever heard of this. There's a conspiracy about JFK getting killed.
I had bought it full. I'd bought the official narrative
No.
fully, dude.
It's crazy.
But yeah, man, it's also funny too thinking about like how people are like when we like owe countries money, like America's debt's very high. It's like all right, imagine
get it.
imagine lending money to a guy who was like, I don't know, 18 feet tall, 700 pounds of just purely jacked.
Yeah.
Who can also control like what money is and how much it's worth. Like that guy owes me a lot of money. It's like, good luck, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Good
you better
luck.
be nice to him.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the
Or just wait for him to fall apart by slowly poisoning him.
true. Just poisoning the well of discourse.
Just slightly poisoning that giant over time.
Yeah, but you got patriots like us, dude. Fucking
Yeah, but now that all the Catholics are in power,
shit.
no. It's actually a good thing. We're living out JFK's dream. Hopefully these Catholics dissolve the Federal Reserve.
You think they're gonna dissolve it? I mean, dude, there was talks about it.
It's pretty bad. I think it's an independent. It's banks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just banks.
Yeah,
It's not even government. They issue the government's money. The government doesn't issue its own money.
dude, I'm telling you,
Pretty wild,
the days
right?
come, dude. Catholics and Jews, dude. It's fucking.
Except the Rothschilds. You guys are
yeah,
out.
get the fuck out of there. Me and David Graeber, dude. R.I.P. I fucking. I did.
Rothschilds. We're coming for you. I was close at about 2 a.m. last night. So the JFK documentary ended at 2
You
a.m.
almost jumped into the Rothschilds,
The
bro.
next one
No.
was about the 4 assassinations and the presidents that have been assassinated. All 4 were trying to fuck with the Fed.
Mm-hmm.
And within 1 minute, they were like, and the Rothschild. And I was like, all right, bed. Can't get into a Rothschilds documentary.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, dude.
Ignorance is bliss, dude.
Bro.
I see ones and zeros everywhere, dude. I've seen
I
all
forget
the
what that
dots.
Rothschild, whatever that Rothschild said, it was something like, whoever controls the currency, I don't care. If I can control the nation's currency, I have no idea. I don't care at all who controls the law. Yeah. And it was like, sweet.
Well, dude,
Rothschilds rock.
There are people who are in charge of money. Like, they're just their job. Like, what do you do? Be like, I'm just in charge of money.
Yeah, the Catholics.
True. I mean, it's just like there are individuals.
Turns out we're true Israelites.
I didn't
Yes. Yes, let's appropriate black culture.
Yeah.
Claim Israel.
Appropriate black appropriation.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Yeah,
we got to slide into the page.
Let's slide into the page. We got a lot more to talk about, dude.
Before we go, I think I have to cancel Kansas City the day after Thanksgiving.
Understandable.
Because Matt's definitely giving me COVID right now.
It's a rhinovirus. It's a 3-day event. I got no sleep last night. I feel better than I did yesterday.
You didn't sleep last night? Why? Because you were staying up sick?
Baby. No, I feel fine.
You're walking around like
I was walking around like the Fitch,
some
dude.
golem, dude. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cancel Kansas City. I don't even think I've talked about it. I'm supposed to be in Auburn, Alabama in like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't think
you mentioned a little.
I don't think I've promoted it really at all, which was maybe not that bad because that might get canceled. We'll find out. But I think Kansas City's canceled. There's a curfew in Kansas City now that's like fucking that show up. I don't know.
It freaks me out how willing people are to be like, I'm not allowed outside anymore. It's like, all right.
Well, I don't know if it's yeah. It's individuals being like, I'm not allowed to go.
Yeah.
Not the club's not like, oh, we have to close. Well, they do. The club does have to close at 10 now.
Yeah.
So that I don't know. The whole thing sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
COVID might be the gayest thing ever, of all time.
100%. I don't think anyone would fight you on that.
It might be the gayest thing it's the gayest thing we've been through.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
Very,
I
very.
liked
annoying.
9/11.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was like
no
one
one's
day.
uniting over
Everybody
this, dude.
was together.
Yeah.
Except some people. Some people got it pretty bad from that.
True.
But all the whites were together. All the whites united. Dude.
I would say whites, blacks, everyone was pretty. There was like a ton
Blacks
of,
were finally.
lot like Dipset.
Blacks were finally fucking chill for a minute.
Dipset was like fucking like, we love this towers. We love these towers.
Dipset released a full album, and
Yeah.
every single song talked about 9/11. If you listen to that Dipset, that first album, not their first like big one, the one that was 2 CDs, almost every song is like, "Welcome to New York, home of the towers." It's like
Damn.
nice.
They
loved it.
They had their terrorist hunting permits.
They definitely did. Dipset Dipset took that personal.
Oh yeah.
Dipset was upset about 9/11.
Yeah, dude, that would have pissed me off, dude. If I was in
Pissed me
Dipset,
off.
if I was fucking Jewels, dude, and I saw the towers fall, dude, I'd been pissed.
You remind me of a Joel Santana.
I'm more of a freaky ziki, dude.
All right, Matt gave me COVID. Thank you for watching. If I die next week,
It is what it is.
it's that guy. ISOS.
Catholic ball, baby.
True. All right, shut it down, Mary. God.